What I'm saying is about the food. About the food itself. Jesus said what comes into your mouth has no value. It was comes out of it.
Does that mean that Christ was saying that you can eat unclean food?
I don't.
No!
I don't.
No!
I don't.
No! Because you're not going to find Christ eating unclean food.
Don't say faces loaded, headed for Jerusalem, the home plate. Take a swing, sent the prophets last, but
Anything.
Go to Matthew 15 and 20. Matthew 15 and 20. What's your name again, my brother?
Roger.
Yeah. Here's the problem with Christianity, right? We go in the Bible. We have been taught to go in the Bible and find scriptures to break God's laws.
Right.
That's the problem. You understand? Now, the thing that you're quoting, it has nothing to do with eating unclean food. Here's what he was talking about. Read that.
Matthew chapter 15 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
These are the things which defile a man.
These are the things that what?
Which defile a man.
Go ahead.
But to eat with unwashed hands.
With what?
Unwashed hands.
To eat with unwashed hands. Because that's what the scribes and Pharisees were pressing Christ about. They said, how come your disciples don't wash their hands? Now that was a man tradition. That wasn't in God's laws. Jump up to verse 3.
Verse 3. But he answered and said unto them, why do you also transgress the commandment?
Why do you what?
Also transgress the commandment.
Why do the scribes and Pharisees transgress God's commandments? That's what Christ was asking them. Go ahead.
Of God. By your tradition.
By your what?
Tradition.
Now let's translate it to today. Chitlins. Where do we learn? Where do we learn that from? Slavery. Chitlins is what? The inside of a pig. You understand? So now today we made what is called delicacies. But according to the Bible, it's unclean.
Right.
It's unclean. What are we following today? We're following the tradition of man. Which man? The white man. The white man. Because everything the white man teaches is against God's commandments. Is against God's laws. That's why you will go in the Bible, find scriptures, twist scriptures to tell you you can go ahead and eat pork. You can go ahead and eat pork. You can go ahead and eat shrimp. Even though the Bible tells you clearly what you can eat and what you cannot eat.
I don't eat those things.
I'm talking in general.
Okay.
Maybe not you. But remember what your statement was. Christ said, it's not what you eat that defile a man.
It was come out of your mouth.
It must come out.
Yeah.
But I'm giving you the context of what he was actually talking about. Right. It wasn't talking about actually eating food. He was talking about what? Read verse 20.
These are the things which defile a man.
He's letting them know. Go ahead.
But to eat with unwashed hands.
To eat with unwashed hands. With unwashed hands. The scribes and Pharisees will make a big deal about things that aren't even in God's laws.
May I say something?
Go ahead.
What does washing hands have to do with food?
What does washing hands have to do with food?
Yeah, with the physical food.
You tell me.
What I'm saying.
What I'm telling you is that was their tradition. You understand?
Okay.
That was the scribes and the Pharisees' tradition. That's why Christ didn't care about tradition. Christ said, why do you transgress God's commandments? To uphold your tradition.
Right.
Like today, Christmas is one of the traditions that we keep in America.
Right.
God didn't command us to do that.
Right.
Matter of fact, when you read Jeremiah 10, it tells you specifically not to keep Christmas.
That's it.
But what do we keep today? Do we keep God's laws or do we keep man's tradition?
I agree with you on those issues.
Say that again?
I agree with you on those issues. But what I'm saying is about the food. About the food itself. Jesus said what comes into your mouth has no value. It was comes out of it.
And what comes out? Okay, so that means
your words are
okay.
Are dead.
So then let me ask you a question. If I just go by your reasoning,
by
what? Okay,
it's in the Bible.
No, but I want to know I want to know your understanding about it.
Okay.
Does that mean that Christ was saying that you can eat unclean food?
I don't.
No!
I don't.
No!
I don't.
No! No! Because you're not going to find Christ eating unclean food. Let me ask you a question. When you read Acts 10, right? Are you familiar with Peter's vision?
No.
Peter's vision. Peter went to Cornelius. You know what I want? Let me Acts 10. I want where he said, I've never eaten anything unclean in my life. He had a dream where he saw unclean animals. You understand? The angel told him, eat. His response was what? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, watch this.
The book of Acts, chapter 10, and verse 13.
I want to show you something. Go ahead. This is Peter. This is the apostle that was set up as the leader after Christ died. So watch this.
And there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat.
Watch this.
But Peter said, not so, Lord.
Hell no, Lord.
For I have never eaten anything that is common.
Why? I have never eaten anything that is common or what?
Or unclean.
Why did he say that? Because he upheld God's laws. Just like Christ upheld God's law. So what I'm showing you is you cannot use that as a reasoning to say that Christ said it's okay to eat pork. It's not. Go ahead.
Did Jesus say, now I died for you? All those things in the past, they are in the past, forget them.
To do what?
I only give you 2 commandments now. To love God.
To love God.
And to love your neighbors.
Okay, and how do you do that?
Only 2 commandments.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
I love you.
And then he said what?
Ask me, I love you.
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yes.
Where can you find that in the Bible? Where?
Exactly.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Love thy neighbor as thyself is not in the 10 commandments. What I'm showing you is that what Christ was teaching, he was teaching what was already in the Old Testament. He was giving us a better understanding about it. So again, the problem with us today is that we follow this. Because the Bible calls white people the man of sin. You know what sin is? Sin is the transgression of God's laws. Sin is when you break God's laws. The Most High is telling us, this people right here, everything that he set up in the earth goes against the laws of God. The Bible was given to all people. They're not meant to be reading the Bible. They're not meant to be upholding the Bible, but they went all over the world to portray themselves as righteous, as Christians. So everything that comes out of them goes against God's laws. Watch this. Before you say something, go ahead.
Okay.
42:21.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, and verse 21. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness.
The Lord is well pleased for what?
His righteousness' sake.
When you read righteousness in the Bible, righteousness is keeping God's commandments. That's what pleases God. Guess what? If we eat pork, black people on Malcolm X Boulevard in Lennox, God is not pleased with that.
I don't.
God's not pleased with that. Go ahead.
He will magnify the law.
What's he going to do?
Magnify the law.
No, he's going to do away with it.
Magnify the law.
Meaning he's going to emphasize it.
Increase it.
Increase it. Emphasize it. That's why he said, if you see a woman and you lust after her, guess what? You committed adultery already in your mind. That's what? He magnified God's laws. He didn't do away with it. So there's no way that we can say, according to Christ, that we can eat pork or we can eat unclean food. I gave you the context what he was talking about. He was talking about their tradition of eating food with unwashed hands. You understand? Finish that?
And make it honorable.
And make it what?
Honorable.
He will magnify the law and make it honorable. Is the law of God honorable today in America?
No.
It is not.
No.
It's not. Give me Habakkuk 1 and 4. I'm gonna show you why it's not. We get shot down like dogs in the streets, and then what do? No justice, no peace. You understand? That's how you know that God's laws is not being made honorable in America, because we are the people of God's laws. We're the people to whom God's laws was given to. Read that.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 4. Therefore, the law is slack.
The what?
Slack.
The Bible says the law is slack. You go to church?
Me?
Yeah. You go to church? The law is slack. You know why? Our pastors have failed our communities. What made them pastors? They had to go to theology school to learn how to teach the Bible from who? The same people that robbed us, murdered us, enslaved us, raped our women. They're the people that's teaching us that Jesus Christ is Caucasian. You understand? Yeah. Read that again. Yeah.
Therefore, the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth.
And righteous judgment, righteous justice never goes forth.
Right.
What you got to say about that?
I'm from Haiti.
You from Haiti? You party club?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I know what the French did to us.
Okay.
Okay? So it's about time we speak about us. Forget the white man. Forget that. Let's talk about us. Let's talk about what's important.
D'accord,
Talk about
D'accord,
talk about drugs. Our brothers and sisters using drugs.
True.
Being killed.
I agree with you.
In jail.
I agree with you.
That's what
100%. I agree with you 100%. But guess what? We're not letting them off the hook. No way.
That's right.
Our people is destroyed. That is true. Our people hate each other. That is true. And we have to repent from that. But we got to go back to the source. The source of why we're destroyed as a people is because of this man right here.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, His word, His word, His word.
Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Scan that QR code that you will see on the screen. Because guess what? We trying to push this truth toward the four corners of the earth. Let's push this truth toward the four corners of the earth, man. Stop playing games.
Make sure you subscribe to all our channels. We're pushing the truth.
Make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure